I feel like if you're not okay to physically do something, you should not be forced to do it just because you want to impress a man. Hello humans, potatoes, spuds, and everything else marvellous that exists in this wonderful, wonderful, wonderful realm. My name is Jasmila and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a little advice video for you ladies and gents out there who are looking for the red flags, when to let that man go. I'll tell ya. Let's start off with the biggest of red flags. You have been speaking to this guy for about a month and you don't know what you are. Sis, you ain't never gonna know what you are. Period. Okay. The thing is, I'm not saying that obviously you meet a guy first glance you're gonna get into a relationship, but if you are with a guy and it's been months and you still don't know what your status is, best believe, my friend, he is using you until he's bored he's gonna go find somebody else. And I'm telling you that from, I'm not saying that that's what's happened to me. I'm just saying that if after months you are with a guy and you still don't know what your status is, usually after the first 2 months you already know. If you're friends with benefits, then you're friends with benefits. If you're gonna be in a relationship, then you know where it's headed. Not what are we after, like, what, 8 months, what are we? Trust me, I've been that girl. If I'm telling you that, it's because I know. Don't waste your time, sis. If he does not know what he wants, or if she does not know what she wants, child, and you know what you want, then you need to go find yourself someone who knows what they want. Because if you're gonna be like, oh, you know what, let's see how it goes, let's see how it goes. I feel like I'm like a person, and this could just be me. I'm a person, if I meet a guy, I want to know where it's going. Like, I don't like this whole let's see where it goes, because let's see where it goes from my experience leads to nothing. Leads to you wasting your time, wasting your money, wasting your makeup for no damn reason, because see where it goes is not gonna go nowhere, my friend. You're gonna be texting on your phone every other day. It's not gonna go anywhere, believe me. I mean, sometimes there is the rare occasion where let's see how it goes actually means let's see how it goes, and eventually it turns into a relationship. But that's very rare, I'll tell you that. If you don't see this as a red flag, then I don't know if you are dumb or you're stupid. If you are speaking to a guy, let alone you go on a date with a guy and he still has dating apps on his phone, let that man go. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. If you go on a date with a guy after you've been speaking to him for weeks and he still has dating apps on his phone, he is not taking you serious. He still wants options. You know, he still wants to be like, you know what, I've got option A, let me see what option B is saying, let me see what option C is saying. You are an option. If he still has dating apps on his phone, when you go meet him, you are an option. This one can be slightly controversial, because there is people who genuinely, they end their relationship with their ex and that's it. No storyline, no extra shenanigans, it's over. And they can be friends. And I can understand that is more than possible. But all this about going clubbing with my ex, going drinking with my ex, we all know the power of alcohol. We all know how powerful alcohol can be. Now, I'm not saying, but it can happen. It can happen. Sometimes you get so caught up in the moment and, you know, you end up, I mean, let me tell you something. If guys can get up, or girls, on a one-night stand with someone who they do not know, imagine going a night out with your ex. There's people who know the boundaries, even when they've got a few drinks in their system. But some people, boundaries do not exist. I don't believe this walking up and down the street with your ex is a no for me. Some girls may be cool with that. I'm not cool with that. I am not cool with that, because it doesn't matter. Like, I've seen so many times people who I know, right? People who I know who are still friends with their ex, they've done a few bits and bobs Always something happens, a little smoochy, a little kiss, a little something always happens. Do not believe this, we are only friends. Don't trust it. I think, okay. Let's pause it. Depends. It really depends, because there is some people who can be your boyfriend's ex and they respect the fact that you are their new girlfriend, they are the past thing, and they're just friends. But some girls, they come to you with this story about I'm best friends with my ex, or some guys, I'm best friends with my ex but it's nothing. Keep your eye open. Watch. I'm telling you. I am telling you. This is a warning. I'm telling you this from experience. This whole I'm friends with my ex, that did not go right for me. Because I got told, okay, let's go out tomorrow, and next day this person is back into a relationship with the ex. Oh, don't do it. Don't do it. The red flag is right here. Stop. Stop on the traffic light. Stop moving. Leave it. I don't know if this is considered as a red flag, but I always find it a little dodge. If I'm speaking to a guy, I've been round his. He's been round mine. Okay? But not once I see his phone. Suspicious. That is very suspicious. Someone who, I mean, okay, if he's like one of those guys who doesn't really use social media and he's not on his phone all the time, that is very different. Okay, so don't compare the two. I'm speaking about those dons that be posting Snapchat every day, every other second. But when they're around you, I mean, it could be a respect thing. But why is it that every time you are around me, your phone is on airplane mode? What are you hiding? What is the Wi-Fi going to reveal to me? Tell me. Now, it could be respect. It could be because he's just trying to have fun. But every time you're around me, your phone is coincidentally on airplane mode. If you don't see that as a red flag, then you want your heart broken on purpose. Don't come crying back to me. This is one massive red flag. And let me tell you why. This one's, if the guy you are talking to tries to change who you are, that man don't like you for you. In a healthy relationship, it's good to have constructive criticism. Things that you just don't like, that I feel like are very normal in a relationship, you can speak about. But I do not like them things. When my man is trying to turn you into a whole new woman, he don't want you for you, boo. If he has to change you to love you, he don't love you. Make me tell you, he don't love you. So please, do me a favor, love yourself enough to out of that relationship. Because if a man has to change you to love you, he don't love you. Period. This is another one. You have to justify their bad behavior, their bad choices, and their hideous, I don't know what the, well, yeah, behavior. That's what I'm trying to say. If you feel like you have to justify your man's or your girl's actions on a constant, you need to check what's up. Is he your son? Are they your child? That you have to constantly be justifying, oh, they are just young. Oh, they just have a bad temper. Oh, they have this. Child, if you have to constantly justify your partner's behavior, then it ain't it. Especially when this person is not wanting to change. It is not it. They're not going to change today. They're not going to change tomorrow. They're not going to change next week. Leave it. Another massive red flag is when a guy pushes your physical abilities. When I say your physical abilities, I am talking about the sexy time. Some girls are not okay with, you know, sleeping on the first date, for example. You know, some girls, some old guys even, are not okay with doing more than foreplay, for example. But your partner keeps trying to push you to do that. if you are not okay with doing those kind of things in a relationship, especially in the beginning, and your partner is trying to force you, you need to go find yourself a whole new partner. Don't change your boundaries for somebody else just to satisfy their needs. You need to be satisfying what you're okay with, not what they are okay with. And I know many people can disagree with me. Do what you want. Disagree with me. But personally, I feel like if you're not okay to physically do something, you should not be forced to do it just because you want to impress a man. There is plenty of fish in the sea, and this is for you men as well. You know, if you're not comfortable with something, don't do it. Just because you want to impress somebody, in the end, it's not going to be worth it. Because if you have a certain idea on what you would like to do and you want to take it slow, then either this person accepts you like that and allows you to take your time, or I think it's time to end this relationship. Because it's going to turn sour and it's going to turn toxic and it's going to turn into something that you're not going to like. Trust me. Don't be thinking, oh, you know what, I really like this person. It's worth the sacrifice. Nothing is worth your mental well-being. Because trust me, you being forced to do something that you're not okay with is mentally going to hurt you. And, you know, this is not even just about the physical pushing and, you know, making you do things that you are not comfortable doing. I mean, obviously, yeah, that's one part of the reason. But your mental health in a relationship is so important. It is so important because when your mental health ain't right, that relationship ain't gonna be right. Controller. Someone who is overly controlling of you. Whether it's a man or a woman, I think both sexes can be extremely controlling. I know girls that will not allow their boyfriend to go on a night out. I know girls who don't allow their boyfriends to have Instagram. I know guys who will not allow their girls to wear certain clothes. I know guys, you know, this can go on. My point here is that if your partner is extremely controlling to a point that you cannot take it no more, you should not be with that person. I think obviously this is my opinion, innit? Like, I'm not speaking on behalf of anybody else but myself and how I treat my relationship. But I feel like in a relationship, there should be some kind of level of freedom, you know? And if you feel like you're doing something wrong anytime you're doing something that is just extremely normal, then I think it's about time you probably consider some of the things in your relationship. Either you change it or the person changes, or I think it's time that you need to the next one, or just be single. I mean, single isn't too bad. I was very single for a very long time, and okay, yeah, I mean, it sucks, but you know. My point behind making this video is mainly because, you know, without me getting too personal about, you know, my own life, I feel like there were many occasions where I accepted being treated like that just for me to, you know, have a boyfriend, just for me to have a person like me, just for me to, you know what I mean? And, you know, whether you want to listen to me or not, you know, I like to give people advice about experiences that I had to deal with so they don't have to deal with it, because it sucks. It sucks because here's the deal, and I'm going to tell you a quick story. I was okay of a certain person treating me like absolute trash just because I liked them. And in the end, after so many sacrifices, you know, mental sacrifices, I would say, that I had to do, and like, you know, dealing with half of their shenanigans, the person ended up just kicking me out, speaking rubbish about me behind my back, and for what? You know? And bearing in mind that I was there, you know, doing the most for this person just for me to have that as a thank you. And that's why I'm saying that it doesn't matter how much you push yourself to satisfy another person, your mental health and you yourself, your dignity as a human being is never worth anybody. Nobody. Okay? No one. And you can go and throw yourself or try to impress this man that clearly don't want you. Well, okay? You can do anything, okay? You can throw a tantrum, you can even turn yourself an entirely different skin tone. If this person has no actual intention of being with you, they will make it known. They will make it known. The signs are there. But some of us people, you know, we have the habit of just kind of ignoring all the signs. And I'm speaking about myself, because I used to be that girl once upon a time. You know, some of us, we choose to ignore the signs to make ourselves happy. Happy, if you want to call that happiness. You know, just to impress a person. And unless you're impressing yourself, ain't nobody else you need to be impressing with. If someone is not giving you the same energy, then you should probably take that as a note and your cue for you to skedaddle. Now, my last and final point, and I'm going to take this from the last point that I just made, is literally, all jokes aside from half of the signs that I said, read the signs, girl. Do not fall for all of this about, oh, I love you, you know, it's not like that, it's not that deep. It is all murmur, it's all chat. Because, and once again, I'm saying this from experience, you know, people, guys, especially hurt people who already have their own mental traumas, they will do that to keep you around. They will do that just for you to be there when they need you, you know, for you to basically be their emotional outlet, and you are nobody's emotional outlet. You know, a lot of hurt people will do that just to hurt somebody else, and even though sometimes it's not intentional, most of the time they know exactly what they're doing. They will sugarcoat you into thinking that they like you of sorts, or they love you, or they're growing feelings towards you, just to basically grab your heart and crush it against the wall. And that's because they're not happy with themselves. And trust me, that's usually the occasion. So to finish off this video and to finish off what I was saying, do not fall for the gifting and being treated like rubbish, because you're worth everything in the world. You are worth $1 million, and no one is entitled to take that right from you. Not even someone you have a silly crush on. I'll tell you, because it's not worth it. Because in the end, you're going to be made look like a crazy person, you know? And it's not cool. So long story short, don't let someone tell you or treat you any less than you're worth. Because you are a king, you are a queen, you are whatever on a higher rank level. Do not let anyone treat you like a peasant, because you are not. Anyway, guys, that's it for today. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give me the thumbs up so I know you guys enjoyed it, because you know I can make a video like this again. And you subscribe to my channel for more videos. I have been uploading a whole lot more regular schmegular recently, so you know, keep out for more videos. I will be having a vlog coming out as well this week anyway, so you know, I'm gonna keep it up. I'm gonna try to keep it up. It's not easy to run a YouTube channel and have a life, aka a life working full-time, aka uni, aka no time. But I will do my best to give my subscribers more content, because you guys deserve it, okay? Now, I hope you all have a marvelous week, and I'll see you guys next week.